How's it going? Nice to see you again from a beautiful morning on the Isle of Wight. As always, thanks for joining me. Now, a true story from a teacher who had a pupil, and the pupil just kept missing its deadlines on homework, assignments, projects, topics, bringing in its games kit, everything. The usual excuse the kid had was, "Sorry, miss, I just haven't got round to it." And at one point, the teacher just had enough and said, "Look, I'm just going to have to go and have a chat with your parents." Pre-WhatsApp days, went round, knocked on the door. Mother invited the teacher in and invited her into the living room, went to put the kettle on. And the teacher was just sitting in the living room looking around. Couldn't help notice that the Christmas decorations were still up. A bit surprised given it was nearly the end of March and close to Easter. Anyway, the mother came in with a cup of tea. The teacher said, "I couldn't help notice your Christmas tree's still up." The mother said, "Yeah, I just haven't got around to it." Maybe a little more sympathy for the kid, where it picked it up from. Anyway, as running your own business, there's so many things in the world of finance and running a business that I'm sure you have on the list of, "Yeah, I haven't got around to." Now, some of those things might be tax filings, VAT, PAYE, your accounts, corporation tax, R&D. All of these things have a deadline. Sometimes the deadlines are great to keep you focused on the when you need to get around to it. But if you park them to one side, most business owners I talk to also have other stuff, not stuff with a deadline, but other stuff like growing their business, launching that new product, running that campaign, producing that content, hiring the new member of the team, raising the investment. You can kind of go through a healthy list of what's on that list of the stuff that you think you haven't got around to, and then just filter it. Filter it from the things that shouldn't be on the list. You haven't got around to it, but you're never going to get around to it. It's not something you're ever going to do. Just take it off the list. And if there are other items then that are left on the list as to you want to do them, you just haven't got around to it, it just needs that, not the end point delivered on day one. It just needs to, what's the first step that you need to take to get it done? Then you start to feel you're taking a step towards progressing, getting around to that item that still you believe is on that list. So as a business owner, I'd be curious if you've got anything right now on the list, I'm sure you do, that you would say you haven't got around to, but it's something you want to get started on. I'd love to hear it as always. Thanks for listening, and from a fresh day on the Isle of Wight, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now.